This page.
Well, it speaks volumes about Global Links that it helps people in 17 countries, yet never forgets those in need right here at home. The Pittsburgh-based organization is changing its leadership, but never forgetting its mission. Executive Director Kathleen is stepping down after almost 30 years in that position, but her successor is well trained to carry on the organization's goals. Angela Garcia, Global Link's new Executive Director, was Kathleen Hauer's protege. We're so happy to welcome both of them to the Sunday Business Page. Ladies, thank you again.
Oh, thanks, John.
And congratulations, Kathleen. 30 years of doing anything is remarkable.
It is. Yes, it is.
I'll tell you. But leading an organization like this has got to be tremendous. So help us to understand, what exactly is Global Links?
Well, we're an international medical relief and development organization. We were founded right here in Pittsburgh in 1989.
You were one of the founders?
I was one of the founders. There were three of us that founded Global Links. So.
And the point of this organization is to do what?
Well, our major push is to support public health in the countries where we're working. And we do that by recovering medical materials from local medical institutions and channeling them there.
You know, that was what's so amazing to me. We all know that there's a lot of waste in our country. And the fact that there are 300 tons of medical materials that you have essentially recycled
every year.
Every year. And sent off to other countries and right here in Western Pennsylvania. And Angela, you must be looking for, you've been involved with this organization a long time.
For 17 years.
17 years. So you're the natural to step in as executive director.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sure Kathleen would say that.
Absolutely.
So tell us about the work in the countries that you're involved in right now.
So our Global Links has been working in Nicaragua, Honduras, Bolivia, Cuba for 28 years.
Wow.
Those are our biggest programs right now. We're working with indigenous populations in the Andes. We're helping mothers have safer births by providing materials for clean birth centers in Central America.
So are you taking materials that the hospitals in the U.S. won't use or can't use any longer? I mean, I assume they're perfectly okay.
They're perfectly good. We have amazing partnerships with all of our regional hospital systems and independent hospitals, and these are materials that maybe they're doing a remodeling, maybe they're improving a department, maybe they're upgrading technology, maybe they're changing vendors. Yeah. They're still useful, but we've got lots of regulations in the United States, we've got lots of guidelines. If these can be used instead of being discarded, it's our personal challenge to avoid the waste.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what's so terrific about it.
Well, part of our mission is environmental, so it fits right into that, of keeping these things out of the waste stream.
So, I mean, we're not reusing syringes. We're talking
we're
talking about equipment that...
these are unused supplies.
Are they mostly all unused? So
all the supplies are unused, yes.
Things like this, we brought a little sample. People have heard of stitches. Yeah,
right.
Who hasn't gotten stitches?
That's a stitch.
Suture.
That's a stitch.
Well, yeah, one of these would be, you know, on a needle.
They're going to be hard to see on TV, but you can hold up the whole.
Well, it looks like this. These are pretty thick ones too.
Right. Those are
but this little pack, you know, could literally save somebody's life if you needed surgery and you didn't have this.
Right. I'll tell you. Well, the other thing that's so great about Global Links is that you haven't forgotten Western Pennsylvania. Yes. And I was looking at some of the organizations, 26 local organizations, and I've heard of all of these. Jeremiah's Place in particular, I have some connections with. Operation Safety Net, Dress for Success. What is it that you're doing? The same kind of thing that you were doing in Nicaragua, you're doing right here in Western PA?
It's building on the foundation, really, that Kathleen and our founders made, taking materials. As the healthcare system has grown, we started in hospitals, hospital surplus, hospital. Now the healthcare system is in our homes. It's home healthcare. Yeah. You know, who hasn't had or known someone that's used crutches, a wheelchair, incontinence products? And if we no longer need those, or our family member no longer needs those, we have neighbors here in Western Pennsylvania that can't get them. Really? So we're working with partners like Jeremiah's Place to provide them with gloves that they need every day to change diapers for those babies. We're providing blankets for the winter shelter, hospital-grade blankets that are wonderful for Operation Safety Net.
You know, this triggers in my mind a thought. There are probably a lot of folks watching the show who may have some unused but perfectly good medical items that are left over from having dealt with a loved one who may have passed on.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Or moved into a home or some other situation. Are you looking for that? Would you be?
Absolutely.
You want that?
Absolutely, and that's what we're dependent on Pittsburgh community to keep Global Links running. Those materials, you know,
Right.
when a family member maybe moves to Florida or into a facility, we've had that personal experience.
So if they get in touch with Global Links, then you'll be happy to sort of recycle those products.
Absolutely.
And we've put up on the screen information on how to contact Global Links, which is important. And you know, I think it's just tremendous what you're doing. So I got to ask this question.
Sure.
How are things going to change under your leadership?
Well, you sort of hit on it. The local program, while our founders grew the organization, it's something we've been wanting to do, and this is just the beginning. So,
So you think we'll hear more of Global Links right here in the Pittsburgh area?
As more people have home health treatments and have that senior population that we love dearly here, we're here as a resource to them to take those items you just mentioned, and we're going to get them to our local neighbors in need as well as to our global neighbors in need.
Well, congratulations to the both of you. Obviously, 30 years of tremendous success, and you know, Kathleen and Angela, you're going to build on that for the next 30 years. So it's great to have you both with us.
Thank you so
Congratulations
much.
again.
Thank
We'll
you.
be back with more of the Sunday Business Page in just a few moments.